மாணவர்களுக்கு எனது வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்து டாக்டர் எம் முருகானந்தம் வணிகவியல் துறை பேராசிரியர், அசிஸ்டன்ட் ப்ரொஃபஸர் ஆஃப் காமர்ஸ், ஜிடி நாட்ஸ் கலை திண்டுக்கல். Today my topic is advanced accountancy. It is related to first MCOM subject. Our accountancy is a major subject in the commerce department and commerce oriented syllabuses. Today we taken us for a single entry system. Our single entry system we taken us one more திருக்குறள் என்பது நமது வாழ்வியலில் அடிப்படையான விஷயங்களை சொல்லக்கூடிய ஒன்று. அதிகாரம் இறைமாட்சி, குறள் எண் 385. இயற்றலும் ஈட்டலும் காத்தலும் காத்து வகுத்தலும் வல்லது அரசு. பொருள் வரும் வழிகளை மென்மேலும் இயற்றலும் வந்த பொருள்களை சேர்த்தலும் காத்தலும் காத்தவற்றை வகுத்து செலவு செய்தலும் வல்லவன் அரசு. திருவள்ளுவர் 3000 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாகவே இது குறித்து மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு தத்துவத்தை நமக்கு அளித்திருக்கிறார். அந்த தத்துவத்தின் அடிப்படையில் இன்று நாம் இருக்கக்கூடிய தலைப்பானது அமைந்துள்ளது. என்னுடைய பாடமாக சொல்லக்கூடிய அட்வான்ஸ்ட் அக்கௌண்டன்சி. Today we taken as an advanced accountancy. There are 5 units in the topic. One is for a single entity system, depreciation, departmental accounts, accounting standards, partnership account. I taken as 2 parts. One is for single entry and another one part is for departmental account. We go for a single entry system. Before that, it is used for small industries, small firms, small concerns. The small concern means a below level of concern without low knowledge of accounting transaction people preparing the single entry accounts. We go for single entry system first of all. The meaning of single entry system: it is a form of bookkeeping in which each of a company's financial transaction are recorded as a single entry in a log. This process does not require formal training and it is usually used by a new small business because of its simplicity and cost effectiveness. If a businessman doing a transaction, the transaction is two-way. One is for a debit side, another one is for credit side. In single entity system, we only doing for only one aspects only. The another aspect should be identified through double entry system. Then go for preparing a trading account and P&L account and balance sheet. That only the single entity system is followed in our end. We go for another level. Definitions. According to Kotler, a system of bookkeeping in which as a rules only recorded of cash and personal accounts are maintained. It is always incomplete double entry varying with the circumstances. That is the golden rules in accountancy. Everybody knows for golden rules. One is for credit what comes in, credit what goes. It is a real account concept. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. It is a personal account concept. All expenses and losses should be debited and all income and gains should be credited. It is a nominal account concept. This concept and the golden rules applicable to in all aspects. You go for a single entity system, and next is for types of single entity system. One is for pure single entity system, simple single entity system, quasi single entity system. Another is what are the advantages of single entity system. One is easy to understand, cost effective, time saving, good for small business, help in decision making, evidence of transactions, replace memory. This is the advantages in single entity system, but there are some sort of disadvantages in every accounting concept is available. But in single entity system, some of the advantages should be pointed out in my PPT. Go for disadvantages in the single entity system. One is a low accuracy. Accuracy means correctness, a accurate concept. It is a low accuracy in single entity system. You go for a double entity system, the various data should be collected, should be inputted in the accounting. You are taken as accurate accuracy. It is in a low accuracy. Another one is a calculation error. You are given a assumed concept adopted. It is not a accurate concept adopted. When going for assumed concept, there are some calculations errors are available in the single entity system. Not able to prepare a financial statement. If you prepare a financial report, not for financial statement, you go for a financial statement, you prepare for double entry system. In single entry system, we prepare only a financial report. The report consists of what is the input of the business, what is the output of the business, what is the profit occurred, what is the drawings available, what is the interest available. These are the entries only appear in the accounting system. The other transaction is not appear in the single entity system. We converted in the single entity system, double entity system. We adopted various methods to identify the actual data. Next we go for differences between single entity system and double entity system. Single aspect of transaction is recorded in the single entity system. Double aspects are recorded in the double entry system. Only personal and cash accounts are prepared in single entity system. In double entry system, all personal, real and nominal accounts are opened. In single entity system, not acceptable tax authorities. Double entry system is accepted by the tax authorities. In single entity system, suitable only for sole trading and partnership firms. In double entity system, suitable for all business accounting. In single entity system, interest check, internal check not possible. In double entity system, internal check is possible. Single entity system, difficult to ascertain the financial position of the business. In double entry system, financial position can be easily ascertained by the business people in each and every stages. That is the major difference between the single entry system and the double entry system. We go for another level. Methods of ascertaining profit or loss under the single entity system. There are three methods available in the single entity system. One is for statement of affairs method, network method and conversion method. In the PG level, we go for and C part, the major questions in the conversion method. The three method system is available in the PG level commerces. Statement of profit or losses for the year. We take various data given by a small farmer. You took it the part of the data that be applicable in the statement. So then only you are getting a net profit and a profit or loss for the year. You take as first part capital at the end of the year. Another one is for drawings. Another one is for drawings. What are the drawings? The drawings means either cash drawings as well as for goods drawings. Where goods may be taken by the proprietor or cash taken by the proprietor, it will be taken as for drawings. And the less concept is additional capital during there. What are the additional capital for the growth of the business should be less in the statement. Another one is a capital. The beginning should be less in the concept. You take as the opening capital, the beginning capital should be less in the concept. After that, you arrived at profit or loss for the year. You take as add interest on drawings. You are giving drawings to the concern because the major concept of the accounting is the business is entirely different for the business proprietor or business people. So that you are taken as money from the business, you given a interest to the company or the business because of it is a different concept, it is a different aspect. That is called as an entity concept. So entity concept. Another one is less interest on capital. Interest on capital paid by the company to the proprietor. That should be less in the concept. After that, go for depreciation and provision debits. Provision for debtors should be less in the concept. Then only you are arrived as net profit or loss. If the figure is arrived in the minus concept, it is a loss. If the figure is arrived in the plus concept, it is for net profit. Go for another level. Debtors account. Before drawing a single entity system, you are opening various accounts. That is various major accounts is open. For example, total debtors account, total creditors account, bills receivable account, bills payable account, cash account. These are the accounts should be prepared. Before that, trading and P&L account, you should be given in this data to the total debtors, total creditors, cash account, bills receivable, bills payable account. What is the reason for preparing this account? When go for a total debtors account, if the opening debtor is available and closing debtor is available, but the single entity system not arrived in the credit sales, then only you are find out the credit sales, you open a debtors account to post all the debtors for opening debtors and closing debtors, cash receivable debtors, bills receivable accounts, sales return, discount allowed, bad debts, all the data should be inputted in the total debtors account. Then only you are arrived in the creditors. Credit sales only, so that you go for this debtors account. Another account is creditors account. Creditors account is prepared for the purpose of find out the credit sales or otherwise credit purchases or otherwise for opening balance of the creditors or closing balance of the creditors. What are the data available in the accounts, you should apply in the creditors account. Then only find out the credit purchases only. The credit purchase not available in the accounts, you should be taken as cover. The credit purchases means you add with some other purchases for cash purchases, purchase return, and then only for taken as for another point. You go for another account, bills receivable account, another account is for bills payable account, and another account is for single entity system. You prepare for trading account, then only prepare a P&L account, and the balance it is accurable. You for another head account is departmental account. It is department account prepared in the single entity system. Department account prepared by the MCOM students. That is for us, for it is refers to meaning of the department account. It is refers to maintaining the accounts for one or more branches or departments of the company. Revenues and expenses of the departments are recorded and reported separately. The departmental accounts are then consolidated into accounts of the head office to the prepare financial statement of the company. In our India, the departmental accounts is prepared by each and every factors. You go for a department account, the purpose of the department account and the advantage of the account, you go for another level. The definition of the department account. When a business selling different types of goods or carries on several activities under one roof, it is generally split up into a number of departments. This is generally done to have a smooth and effective running of a business. A department is generally a physical part of the rest of the business. Department accounts prepare for production, sales, services. Then go for as objectives of the department account to know the financial position of each and every department separately. It is helpful to make as a comparison. For example, in our Dindukal, in our Tamil Nadu, a Kannada department source available. He was sold various goods, various products. Then for assess the profit for a particular department in particular area, you should be identify the what departments having a more profit or loss, what department have a taken a various decision in this department activities. Calculation of commission of the manager department wise, evaluate